So let me show you how you can start a t-shirt business with only 500 bucks. Let's go. So what's up YouTube? My name is Smilo. I'm a screen printer and I work in my garage. So Screen Print Direct came out with a whole starter kit for only 400 bucks. Now let's go see what's inside. So it carries everything you need to start screen printing right away. It carries a one-color press, it carries chemicals to clean your equipment, it carries 6 inks, green, black, yellow, red, white, and blue. It carries a 137 mesh, scoop coater, emulsion, transparency film, spatula, and if you don't know anything about screen printing, it has a screen printing guide to guide you on the steps on how to clean your equipment, how to print a shirt, the pressure, and so many more things. So yes, that's the starter kit. So now, if you want to see me put that whole starter kit to work, let me know in the comments. I wouldn't mind doing another video showing you guys how to get started with that setup. And stick to the end. We're gonna talk about the pros and cons of this whole package. Deal. So now you're probably wondering, so how can I cure the ink on the shirts? Well, you go to Amazon and you purchase one of these little bad boys. It's called a heat gun for only $20. So now I'm gonna give you a couple of tips and tricks on how to cure the shirt with the heat gun. So what I love to do, I like to grab the shirt, put it over the platter, just like this. Then I'll grab my heat gun and hover over the design. And you want to keep moving. You can't stay in the same spot, because if you stay in the same spot, you will burn the shirt. So you hover for a while, until you see that the ink is nice and dry. So now, when it comes to designs, you get away with a small design, left chest design. When it comes to a bigger design, I would recommend to get a heat press or get a flash dryer, just like this one. I don't know if you can see it, but yes, get a flash dryer. Heat press could go from 200 bucks to 500. These could go from 500 to 1,000. It all depends on your budget, but it will make your job way easier. So after we finish doing all that, it's time to test our work. And a great way to test your work is to grab the shirt and give it a good stretch. If the ink cracks, then it's not cured. And if the ink stretches with the shirt, then you're good and ready to go. So now that we wasted $420 on the equipment, now it's time to get our material, our shirts. So you go to jiffyshirts.com and you get 10 shirts for $20. 10 simple white shirts. I think they're Hanes, but it doesn't matter. Still shirts. It's a great price. It's a great way to practice your craft, practice how to screen print, mess up. It's fine, you didn't invest a lot, but if you don't mess up as much, you can start selling right away. So now you don't have a design or a software, and you don't know anything about graphic designing. So you go to Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com, you go to the search engine, you type custom logo, custom design, and you search and you'll get a bunch of graphic designers. They go from $5 to probably $100, and you pick one that's best for you. You start with a simple one, a $10 one. Just hire one for a simple design, and you go from there. And just because I love helping out so much, at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you the connects to my artists and to my designers. So stick around. Let's refresh a little bit. we wasted 400 bucks on the starter kit, 20 bucks on the heat gun, $20 on shirts, $10 on the design, and all we're missing is the exposure unit. And what the exposure unit does, you get designs like this on screens like this. So with the 50 bucks, you could create your own exposure unit, a very simple one, with a lamp and some 2x4s. Or if you have the money, you could order one, a brand new one or a used one. They go from $150 to probably $1,500, depending on the brand and the kind. And that's it. So now let's talk about the pros and the cons. So something good about this whole setup is that you don't need a lot of space to start printing shirts. So another great thing about this whole setup is that it's really cheap. 500 bucks, it's not too bad. I actually seen people that go into debt with buying equipment, expensive equipment, and then finding out 3 months later that this business is not for them. So what they gotta do now, they gotta pay those bills. That's a loss in money, but if you got the money, it's fine. But if you don't, start with something small like this and figure it out later on. So let's talk about the cons now. So if you have, let's say you have a big order, let's say 25 or 30, and you're gonna have to use this heat gun. Honestly, do not recommend it. You're gonna get really tired doing all this stuff. This is only good for small orders, anything under 10, and if it's a small print, go for it. If not, you're gonna be stuck doing this the whole time. I'll recommend to get a heat press, grab the shirt and cure it on the heat press, or get a flash dryer and use that. So another con, probably wouldn't call it a con, but you could only do simple color designs like this. Only simple color designs, since it's only a one color press. You can do multi-color designs like this, but even if you could, you can't, because you're probably not experienced ordering this setup. So what I would recommend is master that one color design, master it, and then from there move on. Yeah. So hopefully all these tips help on getting you motivated and in the right track to start your business. And if you want to learn anything about screen printing, please let me know in the comments. I probably don't know everything, but I do promise you that I will figure it out. And thank you for sticking around till the end. And like I promised, here's the information to my artist and to my graphic designer. Check them out. Give them a follow on Instagram. I promise you guys, you won't regret it. Guys, if you guys can help us by subscribing and liking our channel, it will mean the world to us. Once again, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day and God bless.